Hey, my fellow ink drinkers, welcome to Dark Violet Dreams, where I share my love of books, movies, and other deliciously dark delights. Happy fall and happy Halloween-A-Thon. I am super excited about this event. The kids and I have already dipped our toes into some of the prompts. We played the board game. That's how we're doing it. If you would like to know more about how I planned this event for myself and my family, go ahead and check out my last video. I'll link it below. We're pretty much winging it. I printed off all the printables and we're playing the board game. I am not doing any of the bingo board stuff. We're just gonna land on a prompt and do it to the best of our ability. I did highlight the books and movie recommendations from the Monster Squad and the co-hosts, so it can make life a little bit easier if we land on those specific prompts. But other than that, we're just gonna kind of search and find what we can find. Today, we watched a couple of movies and I did a little craft with Shelby, and one of my other kids ironed it for me. So I've got some clips of that, but we have accomplished 3 prompts today. I did kind of sit in on some of the reading sprints on Kelsi's channel, and I'm probably going to go back there once I'm done here, once the timer goes off. But we have done prompt 6, prompt 9, and 15. For the merman, I can't do the Zoolander voice, not on demand. Read a book or watch a movie featuring mermaids. So we were going to watch like The Little Mermaid or something like that, but we don't currently have Disney. So we did find Shirley Temple's The Little Mermaid on Tubi. Now that's taken us way back. I had never watched anything with Shirley Temple as a grown woman. I've only ever seen things with her as a child, and she's still so cute. It's like you're watching a play on the screen, and it was actually enjoyable. Certain things made me laugh because, wow, we've come a long way. But I really enjoyed it. I think Shelby enjoyed it. And so, mermaid prompt, check. And then we also had to watch an alien movie or a book with an alien character. So I recommended E.T. in my spooky season movie recs because I love that movie, and it is set during Halloween, so it's the perfect movie with aliens to watch for this event. And it's also a recommendation by one of the Monster Squad, I think. I will put their channel up here so you can go follow them. I will tag and link everything that I discuss in this vlog down below. So if you have any questions, check that first. If I forgot to put something in the description and you need access to it, let me know and I will happily add that. So because we don't have any streaming services with ET, and we might have the DVD, but it's just a lot easier to watch stuff on streaming at the moment, we decided to watch Mac and Me, which is known to be kind of a ripoff of E.T. E.T. came out in 1982, and I believe Mac and Me came out in 1988. I love Mac and Me, love it. The nostalgia was through the roof when we watched this together, and I got all teary-eyed quite a few times. It was so sweet. The extraterrestrial characters are so adorable, and I enjoyed it just as much as I did when I was a kid. So if you haven't watched that, I recommend checking it out. I know there are people that are super attached to E.T. that might take offense to this movie because there's so many elements in this movie that are very similar, but this was the movie, honestly, I think that I was more attached to growing up. I think I watched it more often than I watched E.T., and because I was so attached to Mac, the baby alien. He's so cute. So check it out if you want. Both of the movies that we watched were on Tubi, so free access to all. And prompt number 15 was to journal, scrapbook, color, or do some kind of spooky themed crafting. So thank goodness I have some crafty kids, and there are perler beads all around for us to use. I did ask the kid that owns them if I could make a little ghosty, and so I made a ghosty with Shelby. She helped with like the top half, and then it got a little tricky when we came down to the tail, so I did that, and then my grown crafty kid did the ironing for me, and it turned out pretty cute. I accidentally used a couple different brands of white beads, so the ghost has freckles, I guess, but I thought it turned out super cute, especially for my first attempt. I am not crafty at all, and so when I landed on that, I was a little bit nervous, but it was fun, a little bit stressful because, you know, those beads kind of stick to your fingers and I'm shaky, you know, the nerves. Anyway, so I'd like to make one more. Maybe a candy corn or a pumpkin or something. I want to make sure it's pretty simple because, like I said, I'm not crafty. So that is what I've done so far. I am currently reading The Year of Sin and Smoke, and this is like a dark academia thriller / romance, and I'm not super far in. The print is kind of small for me, so I'm reading with my glasses. And I am absolutely loving it, though. It has the most beautiful writing. I am not going to go into great detail on that specific book in this vlog or the next. I don't know how long it will take for me to read it, but I plan on doing a separate review video for this book because I'm loving it so much, and I couldn't dedicate a reading vlog to it because we're doing the Halloween-A-Thon vlog, so I thought I'll do a separate review video. But that is what I'm reading, and it fits the fall vibe because it's set at a college. You know, I think of fall when I think of college, so that is what's going on. Here's the little die. It's got the pumpkins. Kelsi did such an amazing job. I'm not sure if she had help with these, but she always comes through with the crafty things, the printables. I am just feeling so blessed to have come across her channel because Old School April, now Halloween-A-Thon, she's got a Christmas or winter themed event coming up in December, which I'm super excited about. Oh, I gotta tell the kids about it too. I think they'll be excited. She just offers this up to the community, and it is such a beautiful thing. It brings my kids and I together. We get to do activities, watch movies together, read some read-alouds together, and just gets us thinking outside the box and just kind of focusing on some fun things that are thematic and nostalgic and just a whole lot of fun. So thank you so much, Kelsi. All right, so I am going to get back to reading my book, and then I'm going to make dinner. I don't think I'm making anything, nope, not making anything fall themed tonight, so I don't think I'll share it. We've got a busy week ahead, so I'm glad we got at least these 3 prompts in. I'm going to roll the die and see what's next, see if I have time to do it today. If not, we will do it at some point this week. So that's what's happening. All right, so that's it for now. I'll see you when I see ya. Wrong turn, go for a drive or a walk to see Halloween decorations. So we're in for the day, but we do have some stuff to do outside the house on Tuesday. So I think we will kind of take a little detour and see what we can find. Hello, it has been a couple days since I checked in with my face. um, the family's passing around like a bug of some sort, the creeping crud, sore throat type situation. So I'm feeling run down today. I was not feeling well yesterday and I am just tired. We had a short day of school. It's like 1:30 right now, I think. And I'm just done. I'm done with all of it. So I'm gonna take a little break here in my room. Jeff's downstairs with the little kids. The teens and grown kids are kind of spread out doing their own thing. So I thought I'd eat some lemon poppy seed muffins that Ella made for the family and maybe find myself a movie. I'm not going to play the game to find a movie. I'm just gonna find something I want. And Kat is hosting sprints tonight on her channel. If you're not following Kat's novel adventures, she's amazing. Absolutely love her. She does sprints every Wednesday, year round, not just for this event. So if you are not connected with her, I highly recommend subscribing to her channel and checking out her sprints. They're a lot of fun and she is just so sweet. So I thought I would participate in sprints and get my reading in today that way. But we'll see what the day brings. I always make plans and then because I live with 7 other people, they don't always happen. But that's the plan for now. Also, yesterday when we were out running errands, I kept my eyes peeled for some Halloween decorations. I think I'm going to kind of save that prompt for October when we start seeing more stuff out, because there's not a whole lot out. There was this really cool huge skeleton coming up out of the ground. Like if it was out of the ground, it would have been bigger than those 12-foot skeletons you see everywhere, which was really, really cool. But we were on a road that was too fast for me to get a good picture or video of it, because by the time we saw it, we were passing it. And then on the way home, it's just, I would have had to turn around. It was just, you know, the house was not facing the road, so it was not an ideal situation to get some photos. But hopefully we can maybe drive through that neighborhood soon, because it was really cool and I'd love to show you. I'm gonna go do my thing, and it's just kind of one of those days where you just want to cozy up and not do much, because we need to rest. We need to relax. We need to rejuvenate. So let's get to it. Happy Thursday. So as you saw, I watched Child's Play, and this was actually my first experience with the movie. I'm so familiar with the franchise outside of having watched it that I felt like I never needed to really, but I'm glad that I did, because it was a lot different than I expected. So I was kind of on the fence for the first maybe half of the movie, and then really warmed up to it, and I enjoyed it so much. So I'm glad that I watched it, and I don't know that it would be like an annual rewatch or anything like that, but I definitely have a fondness for this movie, especially the little boy. I can't remember who played him. What an amazing actor. Like, part of me is like, oh, please, Lord, please tell me that they didn't do anything to really prompt certain scenes, because he did so well with the crying and the fear in certain scenes that I was like, was this real? To me, he was the best part of the movie. Something fun about it that has nothing to do with the story is, as I was watching, I noticed one of the characters, just a certain way she moved her mouth that, like, light bulb went off in my head. And I had been watching for a little bit before this, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Marty from Grease. I was obsessed with Grease as a teenager. I had that movie memorized, absolutely obsessed, and still have it pretty much memorized, even though I go a lot longer in between watches. But that was just so exciting to me. I didn't recognize her at first. I mean, she seemed familiar, but she did that one little thing. I can't do it, but she did one little thing with her mouth that reminded me of Marty, and I was like, that is Marty. So I was glad that I confirmed that on the internets. What would we do without Google? How did we survive before Google? That's what I want to know. But so I enjoyed it. It's not something that I'll rewatch every year or anything like that, but it's definitely a fun experience. So I took part a little bit in Kat's sprints last night, and her sprints usually come on around dinner time, so I'm usually just doing, you know, cooking or preparing dinner around that time, and I just kind of watch and don't say a whole lot usually, but it was nice to kind of jump on one of her sprints again. And of course right now Katrina is doing some sprints for Halloween-A-Thon, which I'm kind of in and out of because I have a lot going on. It's a school day. We did a shorter day of school because some of us are still sick or recovering, and so we just did some real basics and ended school a little early. But you know, a mom's job is never done, and so daytime sprints are a little challenging for me, but I love to hop on and, you know, kind of take part as much as I can. And so I absolutely love Katrina. She is wonderful. I also just finished doing a tag. I gotta look it back up because of course my brain is, it's called the winning title tag. So that should be up before this vlog. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I will be sure to link it below. Go ahead and check it out and support the channels that I mentioned in that video. But yes, that's what's happening. I'm gonna try to read now because I had been working on a lot of behind the scenes stuff and just really haven't read as much, and I really want to finish the book that I'm reading, so I'm gonna do that. And then when I'm done with that, I think we will roll the dice. I might actually copy Katrina and do a random number picker because our poor little pumpkin died. It got mushed because I was kind of not thinking and left it on the couch with a bunch of stuff kind of next to where I was sitting. Got up, did a couple things, came back, and someone had sat on it. So we're not using that anymore. I might dig out some dice from one of our games, or just do the random number picker. I will see what the kids want to do because, you know, this is their event just as much as it is mine, so we'll see what they'd like to do. But that's what's going on, and hopefully we get into some fun stuff. It's almost the weekend. It's Thursday. Yay. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. All right, so I'll see you when I see ya.